I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset when the king be witnessed in the room. I willed my keepsakes signed away, what portion of me be assignable, and then it was there interposed a fly with blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see.
It's an amazing thing to imagine your own death. A good poet ought to be able to imagine anything, but it's still a brave thing to do, like almost like superstition. If you write about imagining your own death, then the thought is that somebody might say, okay, then that's what you want, that's what you're going to get.
It's about the actual moment of death, which is an intrinsically gripping subject. And it has this very haunting image, the fly buzzing. A fly buzzes in the first line of the poem.
I heard a fly buzz when I died.
But the rest of that stanza is all about stillness.
The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm.
What you've got is one buzz in a stanza full of stillness.
The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset, when the king be witnessed in the room.
Breaths were gathering firm for that last onset, when the king be witnessed. The king, that could be God, it could be death, I'm not sure.
There is this transcendent religious sense that the fly may well be a representation of some form of Godhead waiting between this person in the sealed room, in the bell jar, before the room goes still and resolves itself into a kind of still life.
I willed my keepsakes, signed away what portion of me be assignable, and then it was there interposed a fly.
She uses this word interpose, which is quite a clinical word and nothing to do with the tradition of death or the vocabulary of death, particularly of 19th century death, which is established here with keepsakes and the king, i.e. God.
And then it was there interposed a fly with blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the light and me.
In the last stanza, we get the fly again. And these three very effective adjectives. Poets are often told to be careful of adjectives and certainly discouraged from using three adjectives together. But look at these. Blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz.
With blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz.
With blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz.
I wouldn't really want to lose any of those.
With blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the light and me.
And the line, and then the windows failed, is astonishing.
And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see.
It's like rolling waves. It absolutely has that rhythm, sound and sense of the sea itself, S-E-A, moving away outside the window, moving away into eternity and death.
Dickinson published, I think, only 7 poems during her lifetime, and she was horrified when she saw them. She hated the idea of them in print. She wrote them in beautiful, very fine handwriting. It's almost like a spirit's handwriting. It's so fine, beautiful 19th century copperplate. And she wrote them like journal entries or like letters. They're almost unpunctuated, full of dashes. They're just moments of speech.
And then it was there interposed a fly.
This mysterious fly, the fly that will, of course, settle always on dead meat or a corpse.
It's almost like a little insect sort of guide, taking you from the land of the life to the land of death.
Detectives know how long somebody has been dead by studying the insect life, the chrysalises breeding within the body. And this has all those elements, but it's cleaned it up and bleached it so that it becomes a metaphysical meditation. And it is a very perfect, very short, very tight and very strange poem.